and then I'm going to explain that you can use that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can almost emphasize the differences, but show that, like,
me and him, but why I love him so much.
But like, why it doesn't matter, because like, ultimately, like, music makes the impact so much that, like, whoever the person is that's singing it, you ultimately love them at the end of the day, even if there are some major differences between the two of you.
Right.
You know? And like, there are so many angles you can take with this, and I just love it.
Yeah.
I love it, but I also, like, my brain's like a huge, like, I have so many ideas that I try to incorporate them all that, like, it doesn't, I have to, like, take them down, like, a lot, so, like, just bear with me. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
No. I'll definitely take a whole bunch of
So, I'm trying to, like, I don't know how to hold this. Oh, well, I'm just going to hold it like this. So, ignore it. But, I feel like you could talk about how, like, it brings people together, you know? Like, it creates, like, this, because people who go to those concerts, like, that's a whole different culture. Like, okay, so remember I was telling you I went to, like, a Grateful Dead concert.
Yeah.
They're, like, a 70s, 80s, like, I don't even know if they're like a rock band, kind of, but, like, I'd never heard of them before.
Yeah.
And so I went there, totally different. Like, they are like the hippie people. Like, you can smell the incense and the BO, like, I'm 8 miles away. Right. Like, I walked in there with my hair curled, and I was like, where am I right now? Yeah. So, like, you can talk about how, like, they're different, like, even, like, different types of music, like, create different types of cultures. You know what I'm saying? And then there's, like, the rap concerts where it's, like, or the, what's the word I'm looking for? The EDM concerts.
Okay.
Like, those things are nuts.
Yeah.
I love EDM concerts, by the way. Like, if you want to talk about music actually, like, touching you, that's kind of music is, like, because, like, with all the lights, it, like...
Yeah, I like all those, like, special effects that go into it. That adds more.
Yeah, it creates, like, this, almost, like, this physical representation of, like, the music. And I, like, in my brain, that's kind of how I feel like you want to take it, almost. Because, like, or, like, your idea kind of, like, kind of helps that, or, like, sidekicks that idea. You know what I mean? Like, music has the ability to touch a person.
Right.
And, like, it's so big that it creates different cultures and creates different lifestyles for people.
Because,
you know?
Like, it's different. Like, there are certain people out there who just go to, like, concerts because they, like, want to go. But, like, for the people who go to concerts for the artists simply because they're, like, huge fans of those particular artists, it's, like, it's different from people, like, say, like, if I'm at the concert and I love Wiz, but then I'm with a friend who's not as big of a Wiz fan that I am, obviously our emotions and our feelings and the impact of that concert is going to be different for both of us.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where I was going with that.
No, you were just saying that, like...
It's different.
It's
like,
going to be,
Yeah.
And, like, music has the ability to give you that different impact, and that's what you want to, like, emphasize.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Got me on a tangent. I'm so excited. If you cannot tell, this is a very, like, I feel like, and not just me, like, I know for a fact it's not just me that's going to be excited about this, because, like, music touches each and every single one of those people in those seats that we see every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Right.
You know, you don't put headphones in and walk to class for no reason.
Exactly.
So, like, you have to, like, I feel like you gotta try your absolute best, and, like, it's gonna be, like, uncomfy. Maybe listen to some Wiz before you even go give your speech. Like, do something that's gonna hype you up and, like, remind you of, like, it's okay to be a little vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Right.
And, like, I mean, like, if you really, really, don't listen to me, don't take this idea, but like my envision is like you could even like put a little headphone in and just keep listening to Wiz while you're giving like this thing, you know what I'm saying? Something like that's gonna let you show those emotions, because I feel like that is such a vital part of this. And like you're trying to communicate that to all of us, but without showing it, it's not going to connect.
Right.
So you gotta like allow yourself the little leeway to be able to like open up and like let us all in, kind of, which is hard, but like I said earlier, like way earlier, we're all going to be doing kind of a similar thing, because like you can't have this big long talk and try to make the impression that we are without being that way. So like ultimately it's going to be fine.
And then do you think I should like put in like have lyrics on the board of like how certain lyrics have like impacted like my life?
Yeah, like if that's part of the story that you want to tell, like with like why you fell in love with the music that you did, then I think that if that's like a part of it, then yes, absolutely, I think you should do it, because like I think the idea is to get us all into as best of a picture of what you felt and like how you experienced it as you possibly can. And if that is a big part of it, then yes, do it. Absolutely. And like show those lyrics like leading you through life. You know what I mean? So like don't just like show the lyrics and be like, so like these mean a lot to me and like these have helped guide me through life, without like giving an example of how they guided you through life. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So like you need to like
I'll definitely go into detail about the lyrics.
Yeah.
And like and the meaning behind it, and like how that helps me, like, cause I listen to Wiz every day.
Yeah.
I listen to Wiz like on the way over here. So,
I get that.
So like just like go into detail about the lyrics and see if I can even like find articles or like videos of like what that song like meant to him.
Oh yeah, okay. Like what he wanted people to feel out of it, and like that'd be I think that'd be really good. Well, and then I think if you don't just have to emphasize, like you don't necessarily only have to focus on Wiz either. I feel like even you just telling me about how you didn't just like you like all kinds of music, like there's like Fall Out Boy that you were just talking about, which I totally support that too. I love them both, but like I think that'd be a really cool connector to fit in there too, because like you can show that a person doesn't only have to be affected by one genre of music, but it can be like literally any kind of music. Right. And like I think that's something to like emphasize too. Right.
Because you'll be surprised the genres of music I listen to. Like I'm not just rap. I listen to rap. I listen to soul, R&B, alternative pop.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. So, and like, that's what I'm saying is like, it doesn't matter the genre. It matters like how it's played and like how like. Right.
Because like, you can like any kind of music, and that's my whole like my viewpoint. Like, I don't really have a favorite genre. Well, I do, but like I'm open to any genre. Like, if I like the song, like I'll like the song. No matter the type of genre.
Right, and that right there is a big point I feel like you have to make. But you have to kind of like go into detail. Yeah. But like that is a bigger point that you could definitely make. Is like, if I like the song, I like the song. It doesn't matter like what kind of genre it is or where it's from, but like it makes me feel it impacts me still. Yeah. And like that's the beauty of music, is that it doesn't necessarily have to be in a certain genre in order to like it. Like you can open yourself up to all being impacted in so many different ways if you let music do that for you. Right. And I feel like that's something that you could definitely take and run with.
And that's another thing. That's another even way of like opening it up to like to new things they are out of your comfort zone that you can like experience with.
Right.
So that also, like, in my opinion, like, plays a big factor into that. No matter if it's music or anything in life that you like experience with, just don't settle for just things that you like because, or not even like, just settle for the things that you've like experienced so far. Like,
yeah,
you never know if you experience something different, how that might like impact your life way more different than things you've already, dealt with over the years that you like been on the earth. So.
Right. Well, and like things that people have dealt with, like, I mean, I'm sure like they have like their music that they listen to, like, to cope and stuff. Like if it's like really bad, like they have like their genre of music, but like that's something that becomes, almost sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Like that artist that you constantly re-listen to every time like you get sad, like that becomes a habit, and that becomes part of that impacts you. That is ultimately what we're talking about.
Right.
It impacts you.
Yeah.
And it has the comfort and the ability to do so. And I think that it's going to be great.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be good. I'm just gonna be looking at like different tests.